Welcome to Lightroom for digital photographers. Brought to you by the Digital Photography Connection. And now, here's your host, Michael Rather.
In today's tutorial, we're going to be talking about stacking images. And basically, stacking images is, as it implies, it's going to be able to stack one image on top of another. Well, why would you want to stack your images? One good reason might be that you want to free up a little bit more space when you're looking in grid view. And on the screen here, let me go ahead and I'm going to hit the tab key so that I hide my left and right panels. And you can see, of course, I've got lots and lots of thumbnail images here. And so what we might want to do is start grouping those images by particular shots. Now, it doesn't have to be sports related, although I'm showing you a sports related catalog here today, and I'm going to be showing you this for a very particular reason, and I'll show you that later on. But maybe you're a wedding photographer and you've got a lot of the same shots of the bride or maybe the groom or other parts of the wedding, and you want to be able to stack or group those images together. Well, you'll be able to do that when you stack the images inside of Lightroom. Now, in order to stack images, you need to be sure that you're in the library mode and you're also in the grid mode. And you can get there real easy by just hitting the G key on your keyboard, no matter what module you're in, and that'll take you to the library module and then into the grid mode. But, for instance, on screen, we've got 3 shots here that are all very similar. And if I don't want to eliminate them from the catalog, I might want to go ahead and stack those images. And all I need to do is select those images. I'll select the very first image, and then I'm going to hold down the Shift key and select the very last image since they're contiguous, and select all 3 of those images. Then I'd come up to the photo menu and I'd drop down right here to stacking, and I'd tell it to group into the stack. You can also see the keyboard shortcut here next to this option. So you could go ahead and either hit the keyboard shortcut or go ahead and select it from the stacking option. Now, when you see stacking, all of a sudden you'll see that your images have changed. And let me increase the size of the thumbnail here just a little bit. But now you'll see in the upper left-hand corner of the image a number, and this shows that there are 3 images that are stacked behind the one on the top that you see here. Also, you'll notice something that's different than the images on either side is I have these little handles here on both sides. And if I click on one of those handles, it is going to reveal the other images in the stack. So I've got image 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and image 3 of 3. And if I want to collapse that stack, I could just click on that handle once again. There are also menu shortcuts to be able to do this by going to Photo, Stacking, and then you could tell it to unstack it. You could tell it to expand the stack, or you could use the keyboard shortcut of S. If I did that, then it would collapse or it would expand that stack. And if I hit the S key again, it would then collapse the stack. Now, if we look at the images just to the right of this stack, you can see that I've got 6 images here that are pretty much all the very same sequence. So I'm going to select that very first image, and I'm going to select the last image there, and then I'm going to go back to the photo menu and I'm going to come in and I'm going to tell it to group into a stack, and it will group that into a stack. Now if I expose the stack once again, I can see all 6 of those images. Well, maybe instead of this image being on the very top to represent the stack when it's collapsed, maybe I want the very last image to be part of, or at least put at the top of that stack. So I would select that image, I would go to the photo menu, I'd drop down to stacking, and I could tell it to move it to the top of the stack, or I could move it up or down in the order of the stack. Well, I'm going to tell it to go ahead and make sure it's the very first image in the stack. And when I do that, it gets replaced. And then once again, when we collapse the stack, that'll be the image that'll be reflected at the very top of the stack. And yet there is another way to stack your images, and that is by capture time. And that's why I have this particular catalog selected for today's tutorial, because one of my cameras shoots images at 8.5 pictures per second, and so there's a lot of bursted images that are in there that I want to group all together. So the first thing that I'm going to do is let's get rid of the stacks that we've already created. I'm going to do a Command A on the Mac or Control A on the PC to select all the images. I could have come up to the edit menu and said select all right here, but I did a keyboard shortcut. And then I'm going to come under the photo menu to stacking, and I'm going to tell it to unstack. And so it's going to unstack all of my images, and now all of them are unstacked. To deselect all the selected photos, I'm going to do a Control D on the Mac or Command D on the PC, and that will deselect everything. Then I'm going to come up to the photo menu. We're going to drop to stacking, and we're going to go to this option, auto stack by capture time. And the default setting that we see is it's going to separate the images that were taken outside of 1 minute each. So this is kind of the standard. Well, if you'll recall, my camera takes 8.5 pictures per second. So what I want to do is start moving this slider to the left and dropping those seconds down. And maybe what I want to do is look at all the images that I took that are 6 seconds apart from each other. And if I do that, you'll see that I now have 52 stacks of images, and 3 of those images are unstacked. So let me move this to maybe 10 seconds apart. I've got 50 stacks. I'm going to go ahead and click this, and it's automatically going to go in and stack my photos for me. Then I'm going to come up under the photo menu once again on stacking, and I'm going to tell it to collapse all of the stacks. And then I'm going to move my thumbnail slider down here, down quite a ways, and all of a sudden you can see from all these photos that we had, everything is nicely grouped and stacked. The images that don't have a number in the upper left-hand corner are images that aren't stacked. But the other images where you do see numbers, you'll see the actual stacks of images. So this one, for instance, has 12 images. And if I open it up, there are all 12 of those images, and they were all automatically stacked due to the 10-second parameter that I set up on stacking my images. So now I've got much better visibility to my images, and more importantly, since I shot in this burst mode, I'll be able to go in and start looking at those particular pictures that are in the stack to be able to pick out some of my favorites. So stacking is a great way to kind of consolidate and put your images in more of a tidy type of group in the library module. And if you haven't tried stacking, I would encourage you to go out and try stacking some of your images. Lightroom version 2 is now easier than ever to master thanks to the DVD that we released a couple of months ago. You'll be able to go through the entire Lightroom version 2 program and learn what all of the different modules do, as well as all of the panels inside of the modules. So if you want to improve the output of your digital photography, I encourage you to head on over to our website at www.tdpconnection.com and then click on the Store tab to get more details. Well, that concludes our tutorial for today. Thanks for joining us, and we hope to see you again next week.